Hi, my name is Frank White and welcome to another one of my YouTube videos. Today I am going to talk about nutri-density filters. What is a nutri-density filter, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you did. Okay, a nutri-density filter is simply a pair of sunglasses for your DSLR. It's just that simple. Just a pair of sunglasses for a sunglass for your DSLR. All right. So, nutri-density filters come in various strengths. They usually, like I have one, I have a point 0.3 NIF nutri-density filter by Tiffon, and different companies use different terms to talk about how many stops of light a ND filter cut. But this is a point 0.3 and it's designed to cut light by one stop. I also have a point 0.9, which is designed to cut light by 3 stops. So you can tell the difference between a point 0.9 and a point 0.3. And this one is a point, and I got a spot on this one from my finger, just a fingerprint. But this one is designed to cut light by 2 stops. So now they can be stacked to cut even more light. If you have a point 0.9 and you want to cut the light by 4 stops, then you can stack the point 0.3 on it, but that's not recommended. Anytime you introduce all that glass to a lens, then you inevitably are going to lower the quality of your image. So the more glass you use, then the worse your image quality. And if you got a decent lens, then you want to try to have the image quality as nice as you can. Now, this is a circular nutri-density filter, and they do come in various sizes. This is has a diameter of 0.58, but you can get them in larger diameters. Needless to say, I can't use this nutri-density filter on my diameter 77 lens, but they do make a system that they do have a system that you can buy that will adapt up to, I think, 0.77 that you can mount on the outside of your lens and use it on a 58 or if you're a Nikon shooter, a 52 millimeter lens. They also make graduated nutri-density filters so that you can darken the sky and keep the bottom of the image of the frame lighter or darker depending on the effect you're looking for. So you may ask, why would I want to use a nutri-density filter? I mean, in which case, what are the scenarios where I need a nutri-density filter? Well, you'd need a nutri-density filter in those situations where you're shooting in a scenario where you've got your shutter speed as slow as it can go, and you've got your aperture closed down to where you want it or opened up to where you want it, depending on what effect you're looking for, but you're still getting overexposure. So you could use the nutri-density filter to compensate or cut some of that light so that you can get the correct exposure. So needless to say that most of the time, if those who use nutri-density filters are people who are using natural light as opposed to artificial light, because it's almost impossible to control natural light other than waiting for different times of day. So here's an example of where I have used a nutri-density filter on a extremely bright day when the sun was just beaming, and I wanted to make sure that I got a good exposure on this waterfall. I wanted my water to be creamy, and I could tell that the bubbles were kind of running in circles, and I wanted to capture that in my image. In this instance, I decided to forego image quality and to get the effect that I wanted, which is why I actually stacked more than one neutral density filter. Here's another picture where I use a neutral density filter to cut some of the light. So the ND filters are just that, they're neutral. They don't desaturate or saturate any of the wavelengths of light. So the greeners does not become greener, the bluers does not become bluer or less blue, so forth and so on. So I hope I've been able to help you understand when and why you want to use a neutral density filter. If you like this video, then give me a thumbs up and take a moment to subscribe. If you have any questions, then leave them in the comments below, because I read each and every one of them. And if you're going to shoot anybody today, shoot them with a Canon or a camera of your choice. And as always, guys, thanks.